Black, man. Sorry about that, fight fans. Hopefully this flows a lot more better. You know what I'm saying? This is a much better camera, much better system. So let's hope that we got a better stream right here. So I'll wait for a couple minutes for everybody to get in here, man. Then we gonna break this issue back on down, man. Sorry about that on the last stream, man. I said we were buffering, and I did not like the quality of that camera anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we back, man. Yeah, man. So we here to talk this Josh Taylor talk, man. I wanna close this pretty much story because the story has progressed all throughout of the day, and you know how it is. Whenever the story progresses, I want to keep it going, man. Hopefully this stream is a much better stream. Looks a lot more clear. So let me know, fight fans out there, if I'm buffering. If I'm buffering, I'm shutting this shit down again, and I'm done. You know what I mean? I'll see y'all Saturday. You did. So hopefully everything flows cool with this. Now, like I was saying on the last stream, man, and we're gonna start this over from the top all day. Now, what I was trying to explain to everybody was that the news has now progressed in my boy Josh Taylor's story. Now, we've all heard the news, right? Josh Taylor links up with top-ranked promotion, signs with Bob Arum. Now, ever since then, the story has progressed, and Josh Taylor's former promoter in Cyclone Promotions, much better. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that, man. Thumbs up on the way in, fight fans. Thumbs up on the way in. Thumbs up on the way in. Nelson Santos in the building. Will Smith back in the building. Way better. Thanks, man. Appreciate that love, fam. Appreciate that love. Oh, let's get back into this story, fight fans. So the story has progressed now. Josh Taylor's former promoter, Cyclone Promotions, has now came out, and they are pissed off. You know what I'm saying? That the news has broken that Josh Taylor got down with Top Rank, and they going off. And there's a lot to this story, man. There's a lot to this story. So we're going to get right on into it. Now, earlier in the day, like I say, Josh Taylor links up with ESPN. News flies around the boxing world. Everybody's talking about it. I think this is an awesome thing, by the way, because now we got Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez. Very possible, no obstacles. You know what I'm saying? The winner of that emerges as an undisputed champion. There's a high possibility that that particular undisputed champion will look to possibly face, I don't know, Terrence Crawford, former undisputed champion. We're talking about the last two undisputed champions, or was Usyk undisputed after Crawford? But two undisputed champions from this era going head to head. It gets no better and bigger than that, fight fans, all day. So I'm hoping, I'm loving this deal. And I just seen recently that Regis Prograis just came out in a recent interview and stated that he is down to fight Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? He also stated that he wants the winner of Mikey Garcia and Jesse Vargas. I got my boy Alec Cartier in the building. DJ Zion Love in the building. We about to get into this now. Cyclone Promotions. Cyclone Promotions is ran by Barry McGuigan, and this is the father of Shane McGuigan, who is the trainer of Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder, like, how will the relationship going forward between Shane McGuigan and Josh Taylor, how would this go on? How would this go on knowing that, yo, Josh just split ways with your pops and he ain't down with your company no more? Damn. Cyclone Promotions came out earlier with a quote, and they says, and I quote, "We have successfully brought Josh to the pinnacle of the sport from the day that he turned professional, including working alongside other stakeholders in boxing to deliver him the biggest fights. Most recently, Josh became IBF World Champion in May of 2019, Unified Champion in October of 2019, and we have been working since then to plan the next stage of his career. We are saddened that Josh has felt the need to attempt to break his contract in this manner and frustrated at those who have caused him to do so," end quote. So when I read this quote, the first thing that hits the brain for me is they are covering legal aspects of this situation with this quote. What do you mean, man? Well, Muhammad Ali in the building. We always talk about this. A promoter is obligated by contract in most cases to get his fighter the best available fights. Cyclone Promotions is letting it be known in this quote. That's exactly what we did. We made him a world champion. We made him a unified champion. We were down to work with anybody to make this happen. They said other stakeholders, you know what I mean? And we were working on the next stage of his career. That covers all of that legal ramification right there. I told y'all, the way Kell Brook got out of his contract with Frank Warren, what did he do? Frank Warren could not deliver the fight with Manny Pacquiao when Kell Brook was the WBO mandatory. This led to an opening in Kell Brook's contract to walk on over there with Eddie Hearn. And so it seems as if Cyclone Promotions is letting it be known we did the best available job for Josh Taylor. We made him a unified champion and worked across the streets and the aisles and the this and the that's. You know what I'm saying? We did it all. Sounds good. And I'm like, whoa. Keep in mind, fight fans, that Cyclone Promotions not only promoted Josh Taylor, but they managed Josh Taylor. And Josh Taylor not only signed with ESPN and Top Rank, but he also got down with MTK Global, the advisor / managing firm that basically manages a lot of the big name fighters out of the UK. So he got down with all of them. Now, since this statement from Cyclone Promotions has came out, this prompted Josh to now defend himself. Josh Taylor then comes out on social media and, he feels now he's comfortable enough to talk about this. And he says, and I quote, "In 2019, that was a huge year for me, but 2020 looks to be set to be even bigger. I'm delighted to have signed a deal with Top Rank and ESPN and an advisory contract with MTK Global." And then he goes on to say that I wanted to stay respectfully silent about my relationship with Cyclone, but given they have released a statement, it's only proper that I respond. And then he goes on and says, "While I acknowledge and appreciate the role that Cyclone has played in my career to date, 3 weeks ago, I terminated my promotional agreement with Cyclone as a result of various breaches of contract, including in particular breaches relating to a conflict of interest on the part of the promoter." Last quote, "That allowed me to search for a new promoter, which I have found in Top Rank. I wanted to part ways amicably and without resorting to court proceedings. And I thought and hope that the McGuigans will feel the same way, given the litigation they are involved with other fighters." End quote. And some of those other fighters have been now came out to be known as to be called Frampton, amongst others. And it's funny because Carl Frampton was also trained by Shane McGuigan. So that's interesting. But Josh is letting it be known. Look here, bro. Let's not get brand new here. I terminated my promotional contract 3 weeks ago, which means Josh Taylor literally been on the market shopping around for the last 3 weeks. Something that we all didn't know. And Top Rank snatched this up. Now, someone asked in the last live stream, man, why do you think Eddie didn't get him? And I don't know the answer to that, fam. Because all the talk after the World Boxing Super Series was over was that Josh Taylor was going to get down with Eddie Hearn, maybe even sign something with DAZN, maybe even sign something with Matchroom. All of this was being rumored and whispered about. Yet, Bob Arum, the competitor of Eddie Hearn, they work together. Don't get it twisted. They work together, but they also competitors. Bob Arum won this out. And it's like, damn. Now, you look at the opportunities that Bob Arum presents for Josh Taylor. To become undisputed with Jose Ramirez. To fight the former undisputed and maybe even #1 pound-for-pound fighter in Turnbull Crawford. Those DAZN fighters are still available to Josh because Bob and Eddie does business. So if there's anybody like a Mikey Garcia that want to get into this mix, there really isn't no obstacles preventing that. You know what I'm saying? So it can still go down. But Josh is letting it be known. I've been terminated my promotional contract 3 weeks ago. And according to Josh, he says that the reason he's did it, breaches relating to a conflict of interest on the part of the promoter. I don't know what those conflict of interest is. That part of the story has not been revealed. What do y'all think it could be? I have no idea. But I wonder, like I said before, what will be the relationship between Shane McGuigan, the son of Barry McGuigan, who runs Cyclone Promotions? How will their relationship be going forward? I hope everything work out, man, because them two been down for a long time and they look like a good pair. They got a lot of chemistry with each other. You know what I mean? He helped usher Josh through a lot of success in his career. So I hope they don't part ways, at least not at this time, especially This is the point of Josh Taylor's career. It's really about to get interesting. It's really about to get. So he needs Shane McGuigan as much as possible right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So I don't know what this could be, man. And I don't know. But at the end of the day, it seems also that Josh dipped into the legal area of this, and he probably peeped what they were saying in their quote, like, "Oh, I see you covering all the bases, saying you got me the best fights. You were down to work." So let me just dead this right now, because he said in his quote, "I wanted to part ways amicably and without resorting to court proceedings." So they didn't say anything about court proceedings, but he recognizes the language of what they're saying. Without court proceedings, and I thought and hoped that the McGuigans will feel the same way, given the litigation that they are already involved in, with, say, like a Call Frampton, because they involved in litigation with Call Frampton also. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Oh, shit, in the building. Salute, main man from Compton. Compton in the building all day. Salute to the West Coast, man. All day, man. Appreciate that love, man. All day. Stephen Gannon says, Cyclone are only a small outfit, though. I don't believe that they could have offered him much more money. The World Super Series was more down to Kelly Sowland, don't you think? All day. Yep, Kelly Sowland pretty much was the engine behind that. I agree with that 100%. But to Cyclone's credit, you know what I mean? One thing that we do got to give them credit for, though, Stephen, is that they were in the driver's seat when Josh Taylor won the World Boxing Super Series. They allowed him to actually partake in this. They were in the driver's seat when he fought Victor Postal. They were in the driver's seat, you know, during the Regis Prograis fight. So they did get him, I mean, at this point in his career. And then Josh don't even really got that many fights. So they got him a lot of success. I will give him that. I will give him that. But maybe he felt as though this is as far as he can go with them. And I'm with you, Steven. Maybe more money is on the other side. There's definitely more opportunity on the other side. And I'm good to hear it, man. I'm glad this is all going down, man. It really is. So, I mean, given that Cyclone has been in the know for the last 3 weeks, though, 3 weeks, don't know why they coming out brand new and shit. Oh, we are frustrated and saddened by this news. Bro, y'all knew 3 weeks ago that man wanted to get Ghost. So why y'all getting brand new today? This is a great move by Josh Taylor. This is a perfect example of a fighter taking charge of his career, whether it's through breach of contract or whatever. But he's seeing that, look, man, I ain't letting no one or nothing stop me from getting to my path of greatness, if you will. He ain't letting nobody stop him. Whatever issues he had with the McGuigans, he ain't letting that stop him. This man is a unified champion. So I'm glad he made the move he made. I'm glad. And then one day, hopefully, the winner of him and Ramirez will mix it up with Bud. Now, also keep this in mind. Did y'all hear the talk from Regis Prograis? Regis Prograis has came out today and stated that he's down to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. He claims that he wants to get the winner of Mikey Garcia and Jesse Vargas. And get this, Regis is running around here talking about something. He had a dream that Earl Spence Jr. beat up Terrence Bud Crawford. The interview floating around on YouTube, man. Check it out. He had a dream that Terrence Bud Crawford lost to Earl Spence Jr. and lost bad, how Regis is breaking it down, you know. But he's saying that he's down to get in there with Terrence Bud Crawford if he can't get the winner of Mikey versus Vargas. So there's another name to add to the list. I'm telling y'all, fight fans. I'm telling y'all. If this opponent list of Terrence Crawford continues to build, PBC shorter than a midget on his knees. Because that man gonna get his power other places. You know what I mean? Through other fighters. You talking maybe a Jose Ramirez with a huge fan base. You talking maybe a Mikey Garcia. We talking maybe a Regis, maybe a Josh. This is all great news, man. This is all great news. But at the end of the day, man, I think Josh Taylor made the best move for himself. He made the best. He put himself in a position where opportunities are all around him, whether it be on his side of the street, whether it be across the street at DAZN or Matchroom or who else. You know what I mean? Opportunities are everywhere for Josh, and he is dead in the middle of it, and he did a good thing for himself. You know what I'm saying? And like my boy Stephen Gannon just said a little bit earlier, maybe this is the time where Josh can boss up and really get some money fucking with Bob. But he better watch Bob. You know what I mean? He better watch Bob. I know Bob doing Teofimo, and he see what's going on with Loma. If anybody is smart, I don't know how much Josh Taylor knows about Bob Arum, but you better watch it, and you better read that small print, bro. I'm telling you some real spill. Stephen Gannon, I wonder if Eddie stayed clear of Taylor due to the fact he got arrested in December for racially abusing the Asian doorman. Plus, he was caught in possession of cocaine. I remember that. We talked about that, man. And I don't know. I don't think that's enough to keep Eddie away, Stephen. I mean, you're talking about Eddie Hearn, a guy who just recently put on a fight with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Daniel Jacobs. You're talking about a guy who was willing to risk damn near his promoter's license, which he knew he wasn't going to lose it. But he was down to put on this dude. You know what I mean? So if you down to put on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., you down to put on anybody, bro. And it ain't no cocaine, it ain't no racial slur that's going to stop Eddie Hearn from making that fight happen, man. That's just how I see it. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why he is relocated to the U.S. Possibly. Who you talking about, Eddie Hearn or Josh Taylor? I didn't know Josh relocated to the U.S. If so, it's a good move, man. It's a good move, man. Look, these fighters have to proceed with their careers. I respect fighters that don't run into brick walls and just allow that brick wall to dominate their career. Make a move. You know what I mean? This is why y'all see me up on here talking about I want to see Jamal Charlo walk his ass over to the zone and get that work. You know what I mean? And the reason being because that's where the work is at. And I don't give a damn about these suits and whose side of the street he on. I don't care about none of that. Taylor now with MTK Global. They mob affiliated. They looking after and advising Taylor now all day. Oh, so that means then guess what? Ain't gonna be no court proceedings then if that's the case, homie. You know what I mean? This shit ain't making it to court. You know what I mean? He get down with MTK Global and they connected as you say. This shit ain't going to court, homie. You know what I mean? Whatsoever. But anyway, you know, this is still good news, man. And I see this as nothing but good news for Josh Taylor. And I respect fighters that make moves. And like I said, with Jamal Charlo, I respect the move, you know, if he goes on over there to the zone, taking charge of his career. A lot of people hit me up like, yo, man, what you think is the holdup for Jamal Charlo? I say, bro, he's reading the small print. He is reading the small print. Water in the curb is that the deal may even get upped. What they talking, 10 million? If they up that deal for Jamal Charlo to come to the zone to 10 million, hear me when I tell you, there's going to be small print. If y'all think that they're going to allow Jamal Charlo to walk over there to the zone, beat somebody, take a belt, and just walk on back on over to Showtime, you are fooling yourself. I heard what Eddie Hearn said. I am offering him the same deal that we offered to Mikey Garcia. Those are the words of Eddie Hearn. Mikey Garcia's deal has some small print. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia's deal got big small print. You know what I mean? Ain't no telling when Mikey Garcia may leave the zone. And that's real spill. I heard he can't read like Mayweather. That's where the comparison stops. Go ahead, man. We ain't going to do that, man. Who can't read? You talking about Jamal Charlo? Man, come on. Charlo better get it right, man. But he probably looking at that language in it that says, well, if you win, then we get the final bids on all your fights. You know, that's the same crap that they ran on Mikey. You wild boy, Muhammad Ali. You ain't right, man. That's the same shit that they ran on Mikey. Mikey is not a free agent no more. Mikey basically traded his freedom in. Mikey has been a genius in the boardroom. You know what I mean? I wonder how much of a genius in this particular deal he is, because technically he's not a free man no more. I mean, the small print states that we get to bid the last bid on all of your fights. So if we want to keep you here, we can. If we don't, we'll let you go. You know what I mean? It's Jamal Charlo reading the small print. That's the question. So back to Josh Taylor, man. This is good, man. And I'm going to leave with this last quote. And he says, I hope all of us can now move on in a positive way, concentrating on things which advance us all. Man, so, you know, he just want a clean break. He want a clean break, move on with his career. Look, Cyclone Promotions, we had a great run. Y'all done some good things for me, but for whatever reason, we got to breach a contract. It's a conflict of interest going on in one way or another, according to Josh Taylor, so I'm going my own separate way. Now I'm walking through a major door of opportunity. Jose Ramirez, let's get this thing going. Let's make history together. Mikey Garcia, if you want smoke, you know my number. You know what I'm saying? Turnsburg Crawford, we can make history together. Josh Taylor did what I like to call a hashtag boss move. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag boss move all day. Salute to Josh Taylor. Salute to that move. And I hope we get this fight for Turnsburg Crawford, the winner of you and Jose Ramirez, all day. So salute to everybody. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in, man. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Muhammad Tola in the building. My bad, fam. Just about to ready to sign off, man. Just wanted to cover this real quick. Much love to you, though, fam. Look, this is what I'm going to do. Just heads up to all the subscribers. I know let me just say this, man. I know y'all probably be getting notifications and because I'm doing like every vid as a live stream. This is being done by design. Keep that in mind. Only because without my show, We Talking Boxing right now, which starts back up Saturday, and my time is I'm a really busy person, so doing the editing process and everything like that is really kind of time consuming for me. You know what I mean? So I do it this way just to kind of keep the word getting out until I'm ready to go back to that format. So I apologize to everybody out there that's maybe getting constant notifications of a live stream from Main Man, Made Man. And I don't want to diminish the specialty of a live stream, but this is just the way I got to do it for my schedule purposes. But this will be changing back real soon. You know what I'm saying? Much love, man. Thanks, Muhammad Ali. Appreciate that, man. Easier said than done, though, says Stephen Gannon. Taylor wants a clean break, but Barry McGuigan is old and bitter. So he ain't going to let him just walk away that easy, is what you're saying. Especially if they felt like they built him up just to see him walk away. That's got to be a hurting feeling. But that's called the sport of boxing. And it's been going down since the beginning of time. If Barry McGuigan don't like it, I don't know what to tell him. That's the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? That hat looking nice all day. Dallas Cowboys all day. You know what it is, fam. You know what it is, man. Yeah, next year, we going to the ship. Much love to y'all, man. I catch up with y'all later, and I promise to calm down on these live streams, and we'll get back to the vid format. But I'm not doing that shit until I get my We Talking Boxing back. Respect to you, main man. Keep them vids coming all day, and respect and much love to you too, Steven. I catch up with y'all later, man. To the next one. Peace out.